Hey guys, so it's here bringing you another video. Now today's extra video is a very old series that I might bring back, we'll see. But basically it's the channel update series, so I just talk about how the channel's doing, what do I like, what do I dislike that's happening. Also, another reason why I'm doing it is I'm getting a lot of questions saying what do I think of the recent YouTube stuff that's going on, is it affecting me, blah blah blah. And then also I might just answer a couple frequently asked questions that I see in the comments or private messages every now and then. So let's just quickly go over my month review. So let's actually just change the criteria to the last 30 days. So I've got all the stats on this screen. And a few days ago, I posted on social media how was the channel doing. Because, you know, some people, they watch my content, but they don't really pay attention to how the channel's doing. You know, I've recently got a couple messages going, hey, I'm new to your channel, I really like what you do. But I didn't realize like you're at, you know, 115,000 subscribers. I thought you were like 500,000. Which I guess is like a weird compliment in a way, but yeah, we're a lower subscriber than I'd want to be, but I'm still really happy. But let's go over some of the stats. So watch time, you know, how much time was actually watched in the last 30 days comparing to other months. We're actually up 7%, so that's good. Average view duration, tiny increase of 0.19%, which is fine. But my view duration is actually ridiculous. My duration is 16 minutes. Which is very high for an average YouTuber. An average video is 30 minutes, or maybe just under now. And we're getting 16 minutes on average, which is obviously round half. That's very high, and that's why it's you know, I might talk about earnings a little bit here, not specific numbers, but that's why people have messaged me going, hey, I looked at your stats on Social Blade. You know, you say it's your job, etc. I'll just say Social Blade, don't trust those type of websites for different types of content. Some content, they'll be correct, but generally that they go off content that is probably under 10 minutes and is only playing one advert, that type of thing. And yeah, their numbers are pretty far off for gaming channels specifically. Gaming channels like mine, that my average size of video is a lot bigger. And obviously, it's not that I've made my content like that on purpose. My channel's always been a commentary channel. It's not like I heard, oh, you earn more money if you do longer content, I'm going to change what I do. I didn't do that. My channel's always been this. So it just happened that when YouTube made that change, that you get paid for view duration, it benefited me massively. And, you know, my channel at its current size earns more than a couple of channels that are like around 1 million subscribers. And I know a lot of people go, really? Yeah, like it's actually a bit crazy. And it's all depending what you do. If you've got a channel that's 1 million subscribers, but does 2 to 3 minute videos, and only does, maybe it's that they're a music channel or an animation channel, and they only can do 1 or 2 videos a week, yeah, I'd probably be earning around the same as them, even though they have 1 million subs. It's the thing with daily content and gaming content, I guess. So yeah, view duration up. Views are up 6.8%. So views went back over the 1 million mark. So unfortunately, I think the month before it, which is known to be a little bit of a bad month, which is February, we dipped just under the 1 million view a month. It was like 980,000 views or something like that. So it was nothing crazy, but we're back up to over 1.1 million views a month right now, which again for my channel size is actually very good. And then I will just say revenue wise, we're up 6% as well on revenue. Obviously not going to get into specifics, but it was actually a pretty good month. And then likes are up 15%, comments are up 17%, shares are up 8%, videos in playlists, which I guess is, you know, people putting it in a specific playlist, or likes, I don't know, is 16%. And then the one that is the bit of a downer that I will talk about a little bit now is subscribers, is that the channel is still growing, you know, we're still going up. The problem is, you know, the end of last year, even before the giveaway with Fi, because that giveaway, yeah, that was ridiculous how many subs we gained. But even before that giveaway, the 2 months prior, the 2 months before that giveaway, we were gaining around 6,000 subscribers a month. And we were literally going on a crazy projection. The problem with it is, it's not the giveaway that's caused the problem. It's just, I don't know if it's the content I do, that it's just not a very big growing area anymore. Like maybe the highlights in like Cutie Pie, Scar, Dyers, those are just the growing areas in League at the moment. But we're growing at a rate of about 500 subscribers a month right now, which is still, you know, I'm not stuffing my nose at that at all, because there'll be some people watching this that may do videos and be like, oh, I would love a 500. Yeah, it's good, but for my channel size, that is kind of on the small side. So I might have to think of ways to try and expand that again, maybe look for collab opportunities to try and, you know, meet different audiences, because I do think commentaries are slowing down, and this isn't just for my channel. I've actually been looking and doing a bit of research, which is part of being a YouTuber, of other channels, and seeing what they're doing, seeing what their views are. And yeah, commentaries are not growing as quick as they used to be. I'd say the beginning of last season, and actually in the middle of last season, they were really big. Like, it was actually really good. That's when I got 1.5 million views a month, and I was like, whoa. But yeah, it's an area that maybe I'll have to diverse a little bit. We're going to run Unranked to Diamond as it currently is. And then when Unranked to Diamond is done, maybe I'll look to change something. And I know a lot of people go, oh, change. Sometimes change is for the good. And I've already got a couple ideas. You know, I don't want to be just taking content from other people. I'd obviously make it my own. Otherwise, what's the point of me doing it if you can just go watch theirs? But yeah, we might be doing a couple things different. And I'm already in the planning stages to that, thinking it. What would it do? How would it affect my audience? What lessons do I currently give in my commentaries? And what would the new videos do? And again, I would say it's still going to be gameplay. It's still going to be like me commentating, basically, but just perhaps a little bit different. But yeah, that's just basically the update that I wanted to give, because I know a lot of people are interested in this type of thing, that they're kind of like, yeah, I don't really know what goes on the background. What do you look at? What do you don't? And, you know, all this stuff's looking good, apart from that growth. You know, if we were at, I'd say, 1,000 subscribers this month, I would be chuffed with last month. I would have been like, wow, that's really good. Everything's gone up and subscribers are not bad. It's just the one thing that I'm like, we need to get that a little bit more, and then brilliant. And then let's just quickly talk about, so just to say, yeah, I'm happy with how the channel's going. It's definitely sustainable for me to do easily right now as a job. It's just, I need to look to the future is the problem. And I'm somebody that, you know, has a degree and all that type of thing. I'm somebody that wants to know what I'm doing in 5 years' time. And if the growth is slowing down like it is, I need to do something to make that growth pick up. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for other opportunities. And that's where changing the content to maybe a bit more current is good. Because I'd say my content, not to toot my own horn, but when Unranked to Diamond began and I properly went into the series, I would say my Unranked to Diamond was easily the best Unranked to Diamond out there, and I know that's a cocky thing to say, but I was the first to do a loading screen stat thing. I was the first to have the skip that you can skip directly to the game but still have the champion select. I did a lot of good things that were completely my own ideas. Like, people have done Unranked to Diamonds before. That wasn't my pure own idea. In different video games, people did it. I was one of the first Unranked to Diamond in League to do it, because this is the 4th time I've done it this year. Not this year, but 4th time in total on YouTube. But no, I think the problem is my format worked very well, but because I've done the format for so long, even though it's a good format, it's a tired format. People are used to it now, and they tune in, and sure, it could be still good, but they're like, oh, I've seen this type of thing now for years. So that's where I think change is probably going to be coming in, I don't know, next couple months, you know, when we finish Unranked to Diamond, depending how quick that is. And obviously I'll take feedback. This is an open forum. You know, you leave your feedback in this video. It's what it's for. How would you think I should go through it? And, you know, I also don't want to lose my audience that just want full game commentaries. So I would probably run a second series with always having full game commentaries, but I'd have my main series that I'd want to use to climb the channel and grow the channel and stuff. So there's that. But let's just quickly get into the YouTube stuff. So if you're unaware what's been happening, I'm not going to go crazy into it. But basically, old school media is trying to attack YouTube through various different channels, articles, saying that YouTube advertises racist stuff and all this stuff. It's going quite crazy at the moment. If you want to catch up on it, I'd say the best channel to go to is Phil DeFranco's. H3 to H3, he does a good job, but he did recently make quite a big mistake. But basically what's happening is some stuff was found that YouTube is just running blanket adverts, and some of these adverts are appearing on not good content. And all the advertisers are getting scared because they're like, no, we don't want our ads to appear on bad stuff. So a lot of them have pulled off YouTube for now, and those are some of the biggest, and I really mean the biggest people that pay for YouTube space. So Coca-Cola, like Toyota, the big ones. And we've already seen an impact, but again, talking to MCMs and networks and stuff, and other people have done it as well, it's normal to see, because some YouTubers, trust me, are really panicking. I've seen a couple channels are like opening Patreons and literally saying, hey, I need these Patreons right now, otherwise I can't continue. I say it's not that bad. But basically just to say, there's normally a drop in April. I think people are missing that or forgetting there's normally a drop in April. It's the start to a new quarter. Whenever it's a new start, it tends to be kind of bad. And also you have to remember we're nearing, well, this isn't a big selling month for people to buy stuff. The big selling months is like winter for like Christmas, and like summer's not bad, like, but the end of summer, it's not like now. This is like the worst time for people to actually go out and buy stuff. And I think people are forgetting that. So it's always been a dip at the beginning of April, always ad revenue. Thing is, it is a bit more than normal, and that's where I think people are maybe taking it a bit too far. Like, for example, again, not going into specifics, but the last day of March I had a certain amount, and now on the 2nd of April, so a day, like 2 days after, it's 60% of what that was. So take it as you will. Like, it's not crazy bad. Like, if I had this and just had that for the rest of the month, yeah, I could still be fine. And I think that's where people are just panicking a bit too much. They're seeing this going, oh no, my revenue's going down. Yeah, it's normal. And all this like stuff and advertisers, trust me, YouTube's not going anywhere. Like, YouTube will find new ad people. They're already making YouTube more PG as such, with all the restrictions that are going in place, whether people like it or not. But the people, they're just to kind of say, because there are people going, YouTube should be making it more PG, etc., etc. Well, it's not up to YouTube to do that anymore if the advertisers are just going to pull out of doing YouTube, so they're forced to do it. And as content creators, if you want to do it as a job, you have to abide to the rules. Like, this isn't our website. This isn't, we don't make the rules. We have to abide to them. And that's what I'd say. Any content creators that are struggling now with these restrictions of being PG, not having like graphical stuff or language and stuff, just adjust. Like, it's not hard. Or look for a new platform. I'm pretty sure there's another platform that's going to try and take quite a few people from this. But I'll just say, in actual that capacity, I haven't been touched at all. In terms of the restrictions, not one of my videos have been hit by an age restriction or demonetization, which some other even league YouTubers have. A friend of mine, Azo, some people know, the Z player, he went on Twitter about a week ago or 2 weeks ago when this recent restriction came into place, and he has his sidebar. If you go on my channel, there's a sidebar with fellow content creators that I recommend. In restriction mode, I showed up and like 2 others showed up. In non-restriction mode, everybody else showed up. But even like Fi and Fox disappeared, I think, from his recommended. It's like, so they have technically been restricted or something. Like, it's weird. But I've been untouched, so that's good. But I've always made a big effort to be PG and accessible to everybody, so it's not surprising that I've been not hit. Now, actually going into what countries specifically are being the problem, so there's 3. So the income that you get for countries like the United Kingdom hasn't gone down whatsoever. The problem is it's USA, Canada, and Australia are the 3 countries that the money's gone down, and they're 3 of the biggest audiences, especially the United States. My biggest audience, majority of you watching this right now, are from America. So that's basically where the problem lies. But I'm pretty sure it'll bounce back. Like, I'll be honest, most YouTubers, if they're doing it for a job, I would think they'll be fined for having one bad month. Like, this might be a bad month. That's just the way that it goes. Technically, we're all self-employed. We can't always have an amazing month. So accept one bad month, and yeah. And what you might see, like even with me, if you want to support content creators, I've already seen some streamers say, or some YouTubers, sorry, saying, I'm going to just stream more on Twitch this month to make up for it. Maybe I'll do that. Who knows? And if that is the case, yeah, just go watch them on there. Throw a subscription. So throw some bits, whatever it may be. But what I'll also say, and I will recommend, and I don't want to feel like a sales guy here, if you're concerned about your YouTubers and you use YouTube for your main source of entertainment, and like me, YouTube is my main source of entertainment, get YouTube Red. Like, if you're that concerned, your YouTube Red subscription will more than cover how much you give YouTubers as an individual. It'll more than cover it for like the year or whatever subscription it is. And that's what I'd recommend. Like, when we look at our revenue is split in 2. revenue from adverts, revenue from YouTube Red, and it is going up. Like, it is going month, and it's not even available everywhere yet. I don't think it's available in the UK, and I'll get it as soon as it's available. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the whole updates. So there's my channel. That's my thing on the YouTube thing. And again, I'm not in a panic situation. I think it'll be completely fine. And people say, so what if it's not completely fine? What happens if I'm wrong? Then I'm wrong. Like, again, this YouTube thing, it's never been a fasten seatbelt easy ride. Like, again, we're on a platform that we have no control over. So if any YouTubers are doing this job and was thinking they are completely safe, they are a bit thick, because you're not. You're never going to be. Always plan for other things. And people say, what was my plan? My plan was my education. That's why I did a degree while doing YouTube. I can go get other jobs. And I know a lot of people go, oh no, you're talking about that. This is ages away. Like, trust me, like this is not even worth really mentioning apart from just right here. So yeah, it's pretty much that simple. Even if I do get a job and YouTube is down the pan in actually how much you make and you can't do it as a job anymore, really, I'll still do videos. Like that. The reason I started doing YouTube is because I enjoy making them. I didn't start YouTube to have a job. And that's what I think a lot of people are missing, is that the true YouTubers, even if they can't do it as a job anymore, the true people that enjoy doing it will still make content, like I will. But that's pretty much going to be it for all that stuff. We'll just go over some frequently asked questions that people have. So again, a big one that I mention every single time I go over an FAQ is, what is my loading screen in commentaries? So I mention it every single time. It's the website lolskill.net. I completely changed the artwork for my own videos. Basically, at the top, there'll be a search bar. You put your summoner name in there, and when you're in a game, this is the magic of editing, is that it's not a loading screen that I put in League. I edit it for the video. You put your name in. If you're in the actual loading screen of League, or you're in game, put your summoner name in, click search game, and boom, you'll have all the information that I get, just in a different art format, because obviously I change it. And there you go. That's pretty much what it is. It's that simple. Next thing, a big one that people have had for ages, and I'm actually happy to announce this: are Huzzy hats coming soon? So I wear a lot of hats. People know this. The reason for it, and let's just go for the other one. Why do I wear hats is also another question. It started last summer. So I have very thick hair, like very thick hair. When I go to get my hair cut, the barber always says to me, do you want me to thin your hair out? My sister's quite jealous of this fact, but yes, my hair is stupidly thick. And my room gets very hot. So my head, just naturally, there's nothing I can do, gets a bit sweaty. And there's nothing I can do in the summer, etc. So last summer I wore hats, found them very comfortable, think I look okay in them, so I just started wearing them to hide the sweat, basically. So yeah, I'd have a recording session, I'd take off the hat, and I'm all sweaty anyway, but it hides it while recording, go have a shower, and it's fine. But then I found them comfortable, and I kind of liked them, so I just continued to wear them. It's pretty much that simple. And yeah, Huzzy hats as a thing, it's been quite difficult to find a partner that, one, I could kind of trust. Like a big company. I've dealt with smaller companies in the past, and I don't know, it's slow communication and all that. I just don't want to deal with that anymore. I want like a larger facility that has other YouTubers and streamers that I trust. And basically, I'll just say, it's going to happen very soon. So I've got the t-shirt run right now, which is Huzzy Cannon. After that is done, which is like near the end of this month, then the beginning probably of May, I will launch the store with this company that I'm going to be doing it with, and that will most likely include hats. Now, I will say, it was actually a chance of fate that it happened, that I've been playing a lot of Battlegrounds. I play as Unknown Battlegrounds. My second channel is full of the content already if you want to go watch it. But I've also been watching people that play it, and I've been watching Tag, or Two Angry Gamers. I've been watching them for years, but they're very funny in this game. And they just launched a store as well with a certain brand, and I was like, oh, just click on it and have a look. And then I discovered that it did basically everything that I wanted, but I didn't see any hats. So I messaged them saying, are you going to do hats? And like, yes, you just need to get approved for them. You'll get approval, no problem. So apply for a store, apply for a partnership. I did that, got accepted straight away. And bingo bango, there's going to be like a legit store pretty soon, which will be a 24/7 every single day store. It's not going to be like Teespring that there's just a little campaign every now and then. It'll be, oh, I can't get a shirt now, damn, I'm going to miss this shirt. Just go to that store whenever. Like, that's the point. That's what I've wanted for ages. So yeah, that'll be cool. And will the Huzzy Cannon t-shirt be on there? I'm not sure. I'm kind of thinking about it. Maybe, but maybe not straight away. I'm not sure. But we can get other stuff done. So that's pretty cool. Next thing, what events am I going to? You know, I spoke about some events in the past, you know, the Canadian trip and stuff. So if you've made it this far, this is going to be the last question. So firstly, just to kind of talk about a very close one, Insomnia I-60, I think it is happening on a week. Yeah, it's happening in like a week, or a week this weekend. So it's happening on the 15th and 16th of April. So a week, Saturday and Sunday. I am going to be there on the Saturday, I believe. Again, I need to still confirm because this company was getting me my pass sorted and stuff. But I'll be on there on the Saturday. If you're there and you're like, oh, I hope you have time. Yeah, we'll have time to say hi and stuff, I'm pretty sure. I've only got a commitment that I will be on stage around lunchtime. I think it's about 12:30 till 2. I think I'm on stage, which should be fun. It's my first ever stage work that I'm going to be doing, and that I'll be with Fox and Fi and Kelly Jean, the cosplayer, and it might be Ross Boomsticks. I think he might be the other guy. Maybe. I'm pretty sure. Wait, how many people is that? Me, Fox, Fi, Kelly, Ross. Me, Fox, Fi, Kelly, Ross. Yeah, there's the 5. So yeah, that's who it is. We're going to be doing some stuff together, so that should be pretty fun. I still need to confirm that, because we confirmed all this about a month ago, and I haven't heard anything since. So that's that event. So say hi if you see me. I'll probably be wearing a HuzzyGames t-shirt, just to kind of point myself, because I've had it at events before, people coming up to me are going, are you Huzzy? If I'm wearing my t-shirt and I look like me, the chances are it's me. So that's kind of my thought process. Next one, let's just quickly talk about the Canadian trip. So I mentioned it, a while ago now. And I say it's in Winnipeg, Canada at the end of May. It's called Fan Quest. Google it or whatever. You'll be able to find it. I'm sure there's tickets available. Now, me and Fi are invited guests. It has been confirmed, but we're still confirming a few things. So I'm not saying, like, we're 95% going, but there is a very small chance that we're not, because both of us didn't really realize how many days we're actually going for. The event is only 2, but we'd actually have to be gone for around 6 days, because we didn't realize it takes 15 hours to get to Winnipeg, because there's not a direct flight or something. So it's 1 pure day of travel and 1 pure day of travel back, and that's a lot of content to miss. It's for me, even if I'm doing 2 videos a day, but also Fi runs 2 channels and stuff, so it's a lot to miss, and we're just kind of sorting a few things out and just confirming a couple things. Once I am 100% confirmed going, which honestly probably will be pretty soon if we are, then I will announce it properly in a video. But I would recommend looking at the event if you're in the area, or if you're Canadian, or just very tip-top North American. I reckon it'll be a pretty good event anyway. So even if me and Fi don't make it, I think you'd have pretty fun. I know they've got a gaming tournament that's happening. I know they've got retro stuff that's going on. They've got some artists. They've got, you know, it looks to be pretty good, and it's first ever year. It's held at Winnipeg University, I think. So I'm hoping we're going to go. Again, I think it's like 95% sure we are going, but there's just a very small chance that we're not, because it might be too much time committed for both of us to take off. Because again, we are self-employed, and if you miss 1 day on YouTube, you go down in the algorithm like a lot. The recent... oh, that's actually one thing I'll talk about in a second to finish off the video. But yeah, so that's it. Those are the 2 events that I'm confirmed. Oh, there's one more. I forgot. The final one is I'm not technically a guest for, but I kind of am, is CoxCon in July. This is not a League of Legends event, but it is an event from... I've wanted to go for years. If you're unaware, my favourite content creator to watch of all time is a guy called Jesse Cox, originally OMFG Kata. I watched him for 6-7 years, and he helped me through... like, when YouTubers say they don't understand when people say, oh, you've helped me through a dark time, I have, because he did that for me. Is that I've spoken to him in text before, but he never knew who I was back then. And I watch his content every day, and it helped me so goddamn much. So I understand that. And I respect that, and when people say it to me, trust me, it puts a gulp and like in my throat, because I know what it feels like to me, because Jesse had that for me, and I'm gonna be meeting him in July in CoxCon, and that will literally make my year. And yeah, I'm not a proper guest, but they've given me free tickets and stuff, so that's kind of cool. And I say, if you're there, feel free to say hi. You know, feel free to have a good talk with me. I'm going with two of my friends. You'll know them, Eben and Kirby. They're coming. So it should be really fun. We'll have a great time, grab a drink. You know, I'm sure there'll be like a bar that everybody goes to after the event. It will be fun. It'll be really good. And if you see me, feel free to say hello. But just remember that it's not my event. It's Jesse Cox's event. And Dodger and Strippin and Crendor. Unfortunately, Total Biscuit's not coming this year because obviously he's going through chemo and stuff. But that's the last event that I'm going to 3 events this year, most likely. Well, I'll probably go to more at the end of the year, but there you go. Last thing to talk about is just very briefly, what do I think about the hacking situation that happened with my friend Fox? It wasn't a hack. So basically, well, not to him. Basically, what happened, every single channel that had like, oh, their titles and descriptions or something, it was a network's API that got hacked. So Omnia Media Group or something, their API got hacked, and they just changed everybody's titles to make people aware they're back. So no actual channel got hacked, no YouTubers got blackmailed like last time. It's completely fine. And yeah, I'm unaffected. Fi's unaffected. We're on a different network. So, and our network has been, every single YouTube network has been now notified. This is how they got in, patched the defenses. So there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this update. It actually went way longer than I expected, but I like talking and I like letting you guys know what's happening. Very much, you know, I enjoy talking. This is what I mean. If I didn't enjoy doing videos, these videos would be very short, but I love doing this. This is fun to me. And just to finish on the final thing is, when are 2 videos coming back for real? When is Climb to Master coming back? Basically, I mentioned it. If you watch my second channel, I'm posting Battlegrounds content there at the moment. I'm in a bit of a low at the moment in League. I'm still going to be doing 1 video a day unranked to Diamond, which is fine. I'm still performing okay in that series. But everybody has it. Everybody has ups and downs of video games. And when you play League every single day for your job, it gets a bit draining. So I just need to kind of reignite that spark, get back onto my main account, get back into solo queue, and then Climb to Master will be back, and then 2 videos a day will be back. I kind of feel just having, like today I wasn't going to record anything, but I wanted to record this. So yeah, it will be back pretty soon. Just want a couple days of relaxation, because it's surprising how much it takes out of you. And I know people are like, oh, you're only playing video games, but yeah, it's surprising. If you've never done this, which majority of people won't, then you can't relate to me. Like, I'm sure I can't relate to a lot of you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So if you like this video, if you want me to do more channel updates, throw a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time.